Let us see different types of demand. Until now, we have discussed what is demand, what is demand curve, demand schedule, determinants of demand, and demand function. Now, we will see different types of demand, different types of demand, or different kinds of demand. Demand is generally classified on the basis of various factors such as nature of the product, usage of the product, number of consumers of the product, and suppliers of the product, and many factors. So based on the nature, we need to classify into different types of demand. It may be the nature of the product, usage of the product, number of customers or the consumers of for that particular product, and suppliers of the product, and others. Let us see one by one what are the different types of demand. The first one is individual demand versus market demand. Individual demand, market demand. Consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand. Consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand. Durable goods demand versus perishable goods demand. Durable goods demand versus perishable goods demand. Autonomous goods demand versus dependent goods demand, or we can also written as derived goods demand. Firm goods demand versus industry goods demand. Firm goods demand versus industry goods demand. Prestigious goods demand versus normal goods demand. Prestigious goods demand versus normal goods demand. Substitute goods demand versus complementary goods demand. Short run demand versus long run demand. Short run demand versus long run demand. New goods demand versus replacement goods demand. demand. This is very important concept in examination point of view. What is demand? Explain different types of demand. This is a question. Or discuss different types of demand for a products. Or what are the different types of demand identified for the product or a commodity? So the question may ask different ways, but the answer is all these types of demand. Individual demand versus market demand, consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand, durable goods demand versus perishable goods demand, autonomous goods demand versus dependent or derived goods demand, firm goods demand versus industry goods demand, prestigious goods demand versus normal goods demand, substitute goods demand versus complementary goods demand, short run demand versus long run demand, new goods demand versus replacement goods demand. You can also write direct demand versus indirect demand. Indirect demand. So they are the different types of demand. So this is very important concept in examination point of view for the students, that is types of demand. Now let us see one by one the each type of demand, how it will be work, right? The first one is individual demand versus market demand. Individual means single person, market means aggregate of the individual, means the total. Individual demand refers to a quantity demanded by an individual for a product at a particular price and within the specific period of time is said to be the individual demand. Or the demand for a particular commodity from a particular person or the customer is said to be the individual demand. Let us take one schedule here. Price of rice, customer X, customer Y, customer Z. Customer X, customer Y, customer Z. Here the price of the product, let us take example here, the rice bag. We are drawing one schedule for explain the individual demand. So here the price of the product is it is in terms of rupees, 10 rupees. The quantity demanded from X is 5 bags. The quantity demand from Y is 7 bags. The quantity demand from Z is 8 bags. If the price is increased to 15 rupees, the quantity demand from X is 3, quantity demand from Y is 5, quantity demanded from Z is 6. Here, if it is increased to 20, the 3 become 1, 5 become 3, 6 become maybe 4. Means how the price is increasing, how the price is increasing, the demand for the commodity respect to X, Y and Z are decreasing when other things remains constant. But here we are discussing about individual demand. Still, we need to apply the law of demand. We need to apply the law of demand. How the price is increasing, the quantity demanded respect to the different customers will decrease. Here, individual demand means the quantity demand for a particular product from the each customer or each consumer is said to be the individual demand. Individual demand. Here, for rice bag, when the price is 10 rupees, from the customer X 5 bags, from the customer Y 7 bags, from the customer Z is 8. Individually this is called individual demand for the rice with respect to the different customer is known as individual demand. Whereas coming to the market demand, it is the aggregate of individual demands of all the customers or the consumers of a product over a period of time at a specific price, while other factors are constant. See, here we are taking three different prices. We are taking three different prices, that is 10, 15 and 20 rupees. Here market demand means the aggregate of individual demands of all the consumers of a product over a period of time at a specific price is said to be market demand. Let us discuss with the schedule. Here individually each customer, the demand from the each customer or the consumer is said to be the individual demand. If you sum up all the quantities of all the customers is said to be the market demand. We are taking here one more column, that is a total or market demand. 5, 7, 8. 5, 7, 12, 12 plus 8, 20 bags. 3 plus 5, 8 plus 6, 14 bags. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 8 bags. See, the previous individual demand, the demand from the each customers with respect to prices is said to be the individual demand. Now we need to see that at price 10 rupees, the market demand for the rice is 20 bags. At price 15 rupees, 14 bags. At price 20 rupees, 8 bags. This is called as market demand. This is called as market demand. If you see the individually called individual demand, aggregate it is called as a total market demand for the rice with respect to prices. That is why here market demand is the aggregate of all the individuals of the consumers of a product over a period of time at a specific price, while other factors are constant. At rupees 10, 20 unit, 20 bags. At 15, 14 bags. At 20, 8 bags. This is called as a market demand schedule. You can also show the same schedule in the curve, which represent the curve, that is called as individual demand curve, market demand curve. Individual demand curve and market demand curve. Based on this demand schedule, you can also draw a graph in order to explain the individual demand curve and the market demand curve. The next one is consumer goods demand versus perishable goods demand. Second one is consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand. consumer goods versus producer goods. Here, first we need to understand who is consumer, who is producer. Who is consumer and who is producer. Consumer is the ultimate customer who is consuming the final products is known as consumer. I am repeating, consumer is the ultimate or the final customer who is consuming the final product is known as consumer. Whereas producer is also a consumer who is producing the further products using the raw material. Here producer is also a consumer who produce further products by using the goods is said to be the producer. Consumer is the person or the consumer who is consuming and get ultimate satisfaction is said to be the consumer goods. Here consumer goods means the goods which are directly giving ultimate satisfaction after consuming the products is said to be consumer goods demand. Consumer goods, the demand for those goods called as consumer goods demand. Whereas producer goods means the goods which are used for further production is known as producer goods, and the demand for those goods called as producer goods demand. Here it is based on the usage of goods. Based on the usage of goods, we can divide into two: consumer goods, producer goods. Consumer goods means the goods which are giving the ultimate satisfaction after consuming by the consumer is said to be consumer goods. The demand for those goods called as consumer goods demand. Producer goods, the goods which are used for further production is said to be further producer goods. The demand for those goods known as producer goods demand. Let us take an example here. Fruits. Example, fruits. Fruits are consumer goods which will give the ultimate satisfaction to the consumer after consuming these products. Bread, consumer good, directly giving ultimate satisfaction. Milk, sometimes we can consume directly in order to get the satisfaction. And here the same milk may be used as producer good to produce curd. Milk is a producer good. In this point of view, milk is a producer good because by using this milk they may produce a further product called curd. Further product called curd. Here curd is also one of the consumer good. So the demand for all these goods is said to be consumer goods demand. The demand for these goods is said to be producer goods demand. Let us take paddy. Paddy is producer goods. By using paddy, they may produce rice. So here paddy is producer good and rice is the consumer good. In this way, we can find what is producer good, what is consumer good, and how the demand will vary from consumer goods to producer goods demand. So before understanding what is consumer goods demand and producer goods demand, we must understand the meaning of what is consumer and what is producer, or who is consumer, who is producer. Then only possible to understand the concept called consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand. The next one is perishable goods demand versus durable goods demand. The third one is perishable goods versus durable goods demand. So here before understanding the demand for these goods, let us understand what is perishable good, what is durable good. So here perishable goods are goods which will give the services for the consumers or the customer for a short period. Consumer or the customer for a short period. Where the durable goods are goods which will give the services or satisfaction to the customer for a long period. Durable means which will give the services to the customer for a long period. Perishable which will give the services to the customer for a short period. Now let us understand what is perishable goods demand, what is durable goods demand. So here durable goods demand, as I said, the meaning of these goods are goods which will give the services for a long period. Let us take an example here. All the fixed assets which will give the services to the consumer or customer for a long period is said to be durable goods, and the demand for these goods is said to be durable goods demand. The demand for all the fixed assets is said to be the durable goods demand. Example, refrigerators at home, coolers at home, washing machines at home, mixers at home, furniture at home. So whatever computers. So whatever the goods or the services which will give the services for a long period is said to be durable goods. The demand for those goods is known as durable goods demand. Whereas perishable goods, the goods which will give the services to the customer for a short period is said to be the perishable goods demand. Within short period, the services may be, for example, these are also called as seasonal goods demand. Seasonal products demand. For example, rainy season. So in rainy season, there is a demand for the raincoats. Winter season, there is a demand for sweaters. Summer, there is a demand for the umbrellas. And here during this pandemic situation, COVID-19, there is a demand for mask. There is a demand for, before December or before January 2020, there is no more demand for the mask. Because of COVID-19, now there is a more demand for the mask. Till get the vaccine, till the pandemic situation overcome by the governments or the people. So here these are all called as perishable goods, and the demand for these goods known as a perishable goods demand, and demand for these goods is known as a durable goods demand. The next one is, fourth one is autonomous demand, goods demand versus autonomous goods versus dependent or derived goods demand. So autonomous demand refers, it is on the basis of dependency on other products. This is the classification on the basis of dependency. So the demand for a product that is not associated with the demand of other products is known as autonomous or the direct demand. So here there is a direct demand for the autonomous goods. This cannot be depend on other products or the services to get the demand. For example, hospital. The demand for hospital is autonomous demand. Schools. The demand for the school is autonomous demand. So here There is the direct demand. The goods or services which are getting directly demand from the customers or the consumers is said to be autonomous goods demand. Hospital, there is demand for the hospital from the patients. There is a demand from the students, from uh, to the demand from the students to the schools. So these are all called as autonomous goods demand, autonomous services demand. These are not depend on any other services or the products to get the demand. This kind of goods is said to be autonomous goods demand. Whereas coming to the derived or the dependent demand, so derived demand or the dependent demand refers to the demand for a product that arises due to the demand for other products. The name itself reveals that it is depending on another. If there is no demand for another product, there is no demand for this product. So these two or these dependent goods are always depending on autonomous goods. Autonomous goods. Moreover, the demand for the substitutes and complementary goods is also derived demand. Complementary goods like monitor, CPU, mouse, keyboard. So here the demand for the monitor is depending on the quantity demand of a CPU. The demand for the keyboard is based on the monitor. The demand for the mouse is based on the CPU or the monitor or the keyboard. So here all these are interdependent, nothing but dependent goods. The demand for these type of goods is said to be dependent goods demand. Here let us take an example. If hospital is a autonomous good, the demand for this hospital is autonomous goods demand, and dependent is medical shops. Medical shops around the hospital is the demand for the medical shops around the hospital is the dependent goods. Medical shop is a dependent goods demand, dependent variable which is on autonomous. Schools, example, stationaries, stationary shops. The demand for these stationary shops is depends on the schools. If there is no schools, there is no demand for the stationary shops. In pandemic situation, during COVID-19, there is no schools, there is no demand for the stationary shops. There is more demand for hospital, there is more demand for hospital, there is more demand in medical shops, to the medical shops. So here these two are also very important. Autonomous demand also known as direct demand, and dependent demand is also called as indirect demand. It is always depends on other products or services goods demand. So this is about autonomous goods demand versus dependent goods or derived goods demand. The next one is firm goods demand versus firm goods versus industry goods demand. So before going to understand what is firm goods demand and industry goods demand, let us see what is the basis to classify these goods. So this refers to the classification of demand on the basis of market. The demand for the products of an organization or firm at a given price over a point of time is known as firm or organization demand. The sum total of demand for products of all the organizations in a particular industry is known as industry demand. So now, before going to understand that, what is firm, what is industry? Firm or organization is a company or the firm or organization or the business which will produce a single product, which will produce a single product. Let us take an example here. X cement company, X cement company, or X sugar factory, X sugar factory, or any other company. So here individually this is called a company, X cement company, X sugar company, or X product, X product. So firm is an firm is a company or the firm or entity which will produce a single product, a single product. X cement company, X sugar factory, and X product. This company produce only the cement. This factory produce only sugar. This company produce only one product. Whereas coming to the industry, industry defined as the group of firms or organizations, group of firms or organizations or entities which are producing the similar products, which are producing the similar products is known as industry. I am repeating, industry means group of firms or organization which are producing the similar product in the market is known as industry. The demand for those products is known as industry goods demand. Let us take an example. Individually, X cement company, Y cement company, Z cement company, X cement company, Y cement company, and Z cement company. Grouply, combinedly, it is called industry. For example, here, all these are companies individually called X firm, Y firm, Z firm. X cement company, Y cement company, Z cement company. Whereas coming to the industry, the group of companies which are producing the same product. Here all these are individual companies producing the cement. Therefore, the total of some of these companies called as a cement industry. Cement industry. So cement industry means the group of firms which are producing the same product, that is cement. These companies are producing cement. The group of all these companies known as cement industry. The demand for this demand for this cement in the market is said to be industry goods demand. When there is a demand for the construction in the market and there is a real estate is going very well in the market, automatically there is a demand for the cement companies as well as cement industry also. There is a construction going well in the market, there is a demand for steel companies, there is a demand for steel industry also. So individually these companies called firm, and the demand for these firms called as firms goods demand. Groupingly it is called as industry. The demand for these groups called as industry goods demand. This is about firm demand versus industry goods demand. The next one is sixth one, prestigious goods versus normal goods. Prestigious goods versus normal goods. So prestigious goods are a type of goods whose demand shows an positive relationship with the consumer's income. It means that the demand for the goods increases with an increase in the consumer's income or expansion of the economy. Where there is a increases in the income level of the consumer, the prestigious goods demand will also increase, and vice versa. So prestigious goods means here normal goods are necessities. necessities. So prestigious goods are those goods which will increase the prestige of the consumer, like all the luxuries. Example, gold, diamonds, costly cars, costly watches, costly dress. So whatever the good that increase the prestige of the customer is said to be prestigious goods. The demand for those goods is known as prestigious goods demand. Example here, gold, diamond, cars and other costly products are comes under prestigious goods. The demand for these goods is known as prestigious goods demand. There is a positive relationship between income level of the consumer and producer prestigious goods. How the income level of the consumer is increasing, the demand for these prestigious goods will also increase. There is a positive relationship. Whereas coming to the necessities or normal goods or inferior goods, we can say. So inferior goods are the type of goods whose demand shows an inverse relationship with the consumer's income. It means that the demand for the goods decreases with an increase in the consumer's income or expansion of economy. So here, how the consumer's income levels are increasing, there is a demand for this inferior or normal goods are the necessities. So income increases, the demand for these inferior goods or the necessities will decrease, is said to be normal goods. The demand for those normal goods is known as normal goods demand. All the necessities, example, rice is a necessity or a normal good. Fruits and other products comes under normal goods. Next, seventh one, substitute goods demand versus replacement goods demand. Substitute goods versus replacement goods demand. So before understanding the demand for these goods, let us understanding what is substitute good, what is replacement good. Substitute good are goods that are used to substitute the satisfaction of other products, or instead of using one product we may also use the another product to satisfy our desires, wants, needs and requirements. Such products is known as substitute goods. The demand for those goods is known as substitute goods demand. What is substitute good? Substitute good is a good which replace another product, which replace the use of another product is known as substitute good. Example, Colgate, Close-Up. Colgate, Close-Up. These two are substitute good. Instead of using Colgate, you may also use Close-Up. Coffee, tea. Best example, tea, coffee. Instead of using tea, you may also use or consume coffee to satisfy our desire. Computer, laptop. Instead of using this, you may also use mobile, tab. Substitute good. So here X soap, Y soap. The satisfaction level is the same, but based on the interest of the customer, these products may be purchased by the customer. So here substitute good is a good or the service which replace the use of another product is known as substitute good. The demand for these goods is known as a substitute goods demand. Whereas coming to the replacement, so replacement means if you want to run or use a product or some machine, we need to replace the existing parts in order to maintain or in order to use the same product, same machinery in good condition. So simply we can say that spare parts. Example, spare parts. All the spare parts are comes under the replacement goods demand. So whenever there is a problem in refrigerator, you may send the refrigerator to the mechanic or the repairs persons. Then that person may replace the another one at the existing. So replace the existing one in order to maintain, in order to run the refrigerator smoothly. So the demand for those spare parts is known as a replacement goods demand. So here the demand for these products is said to be the substituted goods demand. The demand for the spare parts is known as replacement goods demand. Next, short run demand and long run demand. The eighth one is short run demand versus long run demand. Short run demand versus long run demand. Short run demand is the demand exists only for certain period. The demand exists only for certain period. Here long run demand means the demand will continue for a long period. The goods which are having the demand for certain period is known as short run demand. The goods which are having the demand for a long period, long run, is known as long run demand. Example, all these seasonal products, demand comes under the short run demand. Here example, necessities, all the necessities. Example, we can say rice, milk, curd, and others, vegetables. All these are having the long run demand, right? Here seasonal products demand comes under the short run demand. Here irrespective of the season, the demand for the products comes under the long run demand. For example, here ice creams. So ice creams having demand during the summer. There is no demand for these ice creams during the winter and rainy season, unlike summer. We can consume more and more ice creams during the summer, but whereas coming to the winter and rainy season, we cannot. And raincoats. The demand for the raincoats during the rainy season, but there is no demand for these raincoats during the summer. So only that particular season there is a demand for these ice creams and raincoats. So the demand for these products or the services during the respective seasons is said to be the short run demand. Within short period, the degree of level of demand will decline or falls. Such goods demand is comes under the short run demand, whereas long run demand, irrespective of seasons, there is a demand for the products for a long period is said to be the long run demand. There is no changes in the demand for those products in long run is known as long run demand. The next one is new goods demand. New goods demand versus replacement goods demand. Replacement goods demand. So here new goods means the demand for the new products or the services. The demand for the products or the services is known as new goods demand. For example, I would like to purchase one new washing machine. I want to purchase one new washing machine. The demand for this washing machine, that is new washing machine, then we can say that there is a demand for this washing machine from my point of view. I am not purchasing old one, or I am not going for the repair. I am not going for any replacement of existing parts, but I am purchasing the new washing machine. So here there is a demand for a new washing machine from my point of view. So any new assets that we are purchasing, any new good or services we are availing or purchasing, then we can say that there is a demand for that new goods. So replacement means the spare parts. The demand for the spare parts is known as replacement goods demand. The demand for the new goods is said to be the new goods demand, and demand for the replacement goods is said to be replacement goods demand. Then direct demand versus indirect demand. This is also called as autonomous demand, and it is also called as derived demand. So direct demand is if there is a direct demand for the product and services irrespective of other products and services is said to be autonomous direct demand. It is also called as autonomous demand. Indirect demand means when there is a demand because of other products or services is said to be indirect demand or the derived demand. Here earlier we discussed about the example hospital and medical shops around the hospitals. So there is a demand for the hospitals. There is a demand for the hospitals from the patients, and this hospital demand may not depend on any others. Whereas the medical shops, so demand for the medical shop is always depends on the hospital. If there is no hospital, there is no medical shop. Like schools, school comes under autonomous demand, whereas the stationaries comes under the derived demand or indirect demand. Based on the schools, there is a demand for the stationery. There is no schools, there is no stationery. As we have seen during this pandemic situation COVID-19, there is no schools or colleges or any education institutions. Therefore, there is no demand for the stationery, because here if there is no schools, there is no stationery. Whereas coming to the hospital, during this pandemic situation, there is more demand for the hospitals, and there is more demand for the medical shops also. So this is about the direct demand and indirect demand. So they are the different types of demand that we have discussed, what we have discussed until now. That is individual demand versus market demand, consumer goods demand versus producer goods demand, durable goods demand versus perishable goods demand, autonomous goods demand versus dependent goods demand, firm goods demand versus industry goods demand, prestigious goods demand versus inferior goods demand, substitute goods demand versus complementary goods demand, short run demand versus long run demand, new goods demand versus replacement goods demand, and direct demand versus indirect demand, indirect goods demand. See, they are the different types of demands. Until now we have discussed in the concept of demand, that is what is demand, what is the demand schedule, what is demand curve, what are the different determinants of demand, what are the different types of demand, what is demand function, and what is the mathematical relationship between the quantity demand of a commodity and other determinants. So this is very important in examination point of view, and one question compulsory from the concept of demand or demand concept. Okay, thank you.